just start pulling them out? Okay. Cue Lady Gaga.
What words do you use to describe your limb difference? Cool.
If I don't know someone very well, I say residual limb, but to my friends and family, I say little arm.
Little arm. Squishy. Squishy.
Stump or army or nam saro, which means loved one.
I use little hand mostly. I've used Rosie Jojo. That was the name I was given by a grade 1 class I was volunteering with. So this is Rosie Jojo. And then I also use Stump now more often.
What can you feel with your limb difference arm? Does it hurt? Is it more sensitive? My stump pretty much feels normal. I can feel things with it and it doesn't hurt.
It's definitely more sensitive, but it doesn't hurt that much. I don't know. I guess it feels about as much pain as my other hand.
It's definitely more sensitive. It's kind of like a superpower. It has like a little finger pad on it and it can feel so much. It's so cool.
I can feel everything except for kind of where my nubbies were. It does get cold, but it doesn't hurt.
I have to say it's less sensitive. When I pull it or turn it, I can feel a little bit of it, but it doesn't hurt that much.
Have you ever had phantom limb pain? I have had phantom limb pain in the areas where I had my nubbins removed. When I would do up my jacket, I would get them caught. I've had paper cuts that had them like dangling off. And so at that point I realized it's just a better idea to take them off.
I was born without one arm, so it wasn't there in the first place, so it can't hurt it not being there.
Do you know if you were supposed to be left-handed or right-handed? I have no idea.
I assume I was destined to be right-handed, but if I were supposed to be left-handed, I'm sure I could find a way to make that happen as well. I could stick the pencil in my armpit.
I guess it's just your way of answering your body's question. Which hand do you want to use? I don't know. If you don't have any hands, that's okay too. You can write with your mouth or your feet. I was supposed to be right-handed, but because my hand's right, I had to learn everything left.
Do you know if you were supposed to be left-handed or right-handed? I've been told by my parents that I used to like grab or try to grab things with my left hand, so there's a possibility that I could have been left-handed. That would be kind of cool. But currently, I'm right-handed.
I think about this from time to time and I have no idea. And I don't think I'll ever know.
How did your limb difference happen? So I was actually born with one arm. I popped out of the womb and it was a little bit of a surprise, but yeah, there was no rhyme or reason to it. It just, well, you know, it was meant to be.
I don't know. I was born like this. Ba-dum-ching!
Do you use any prosthetics? So I had a prosthetic when I was a baby and I used it for crawling, but it had like just a clip release, and as soon as I figured out I could use that, I immediately took it off because it was dead weight and I just hated having it on. And then in my recent years, I learned to play the guitar, so I had a guitar arm and that was super awesome.
I use one for sports. I use one for school. I use one for violin.
I have one. I just find it just gets in the way. I don't have enough of an arm that I can move it by itself, and I just bump into things mostly, so I have it, but I never use it. How do you brush your teeth? So with like a regular toothbrush, I can hold it underneath here and put the toothpaste on, but I got like an electric toothbrush and I have to put it on the counter, but otherwise it's like the same way that anyone else would.
I've never had that question. I just hold my toothbrush against myself, do what I need to do, and brush my teeth. I don't know, I've never had that question.
I start on the bottom with 10 seconds on each set of tooth, and then I close, and then I like do the cheese for the picture, and then I do the front. Have I ever used my limb difference as a part of my Halloween costume? I was a zombie, and I acted like I was eating my arm off my body.
100%. My role model is Bethany Hamilton, so anytime that I could fake a shark attack or use my stump as something cool, I totally played that card.
Once I was Yoda, so I guess, yes, I did.
I have a zombie hand that I put on and can like pull off in public. And then also on my little nubbies, I draw little pumpkins with smiley faces on them.
I want to be like Furiosa for Halloween someday, but I haven't made it happen yet. So I will, but I haven't, at least for a long time.
I have, with Alexis. We made faces on our arms and pretend that they're chefs.
I remember that now. Yep, that was a good time.
What's the most fun thing you do with your limb difference? Sometimes I wiggle it around in a really silly way, and it makes my partner laugh. That's fun.
Sometimes I have trouble holding cups with my right hand, so I just take the cup, wrap my hand around it like this.
I can win most arm wrestling battles by just moving my wrist.
I love to tickle people with my stump, but don't do it unless they want you to.
Prank my friends. Probably pull-ups. Or solve a Rubik's Cube. That's another one. Talk with it. Draw a face on my arm and I'll say hello. Because I can move my arm up and down. So it's like it's talking.
That's it. Look at that. We're done.
I'm done. You did it. That was the best. Can I hug you?
Yeah.
Oh, that was so good. Can you see my butt crack? Was that a thing? I won. You were such a star. That was so good. High five. Yeah. That was so great. That was so good. Way to go. You did it. You did it. Now smash the jar. Just kidding. Don't actually smash it. That was so good. Yeah.
We make the perfect high fives.
I know.
We just match up like
Just like
perfect. High five. I didn't know.
Thanks, kiddo. That was really, really great.
Stump Kitchen, gluten-free, vegan eats, Stumptastic treats.
Okay, you want to change your shirt and have some candy?
Yes.
Sometimes I get the question like, so are you right-handed or left-handed? And
I
I'm
know,
just like,
I get that all the time.
okay, everyone.
My, what is it called? My, what is it? Okay. I don't know if I can say that. Prosthesis? Do it again. Oh. Prosthetist. Okay. I'll start over.